Great. So, just say and spell your first and last name for me, and say your full position.
Tammy, Tammi, Brown, Brown, and I'm the Chatham County Nurse Manager.
Great. So, say, God forbid, a student does come down with the measles. What are the steps to try and prevent, or even before somebody comes down with the disease? What does the health department do to prevent the spread of it?
So the best thing to do to prevent the measles would be to get the MMR vaccination, which protects against the measles and also protects against the mumps and rubella. So the best thing to do would to get the vaccine.
Okay. And what are other methods aside from the vaccine that are beneficial for people to do? Hand washing, does that work with preventing measles, things like that?
Well, the measles is a virus that is spread through the air. So it's spread if someone coughs or sneezes. Droplets can get into the air. And once that happens, it can stay in that environment for up to 2 hours. So it'd be very good, to cover your cough, in the crook of your arm, and obviously to try to sneeze into a Kleenex.
And so obviously some parents can opt out of getting their child vaccinated. So is that prevent a greater risk for other parents whose kids are vaccinated? Does that increase the risk of their students contracting the measles, or does it not really impact them as much?
Well, if someone has had both doses of the MMR vaccine, they have up to 97% protection. So since we have a relatively small number of children who are not vaccinated, the fact that we have so many that are vaccinated kind of helps protect that group.
And just in general, because like I was telling you before, I'm more well versed with the mumps. How specifically does the measles vaccine work in the body? And how does it work to prevent it, since it is airborne?
So what it does is it gives you antibodies to give you immunity to the disease. So with it's a 2-dose series. With the first dose, you get up to 93% immunity. And when you follow up with the second dose, you get up to 97%.
And is there any need, so obviously myself, I have the 2 MMR booster, regular shots. If there is an outbreak, is it necessary for parents to bring their kids to the doctor and get a booster shot, or is a booster not really necessary?
If there were an outbreak, individuals could follow up with their primary care physicians. However, there's not any recommendation to come and get a booster.
And so we're going into a new school year right now, and there is a measles outbreak across the country. There's 7 confirmed cases in Georgia, but none right now in Southeast Georgia.
Correct.
So what right now is the health department looking to do to try to prevent the measles from getting into any schools?
So what we're doing when we have children come in for their back-to-school vaccines, we pull their records, we make sure that they're up to date with all their immunizations, and if they're not, then we strongly encourage the parents to get them immunized.
And what proof do parents need to provide of their child's immunizations?
So we have a registry. It's called GRITS, the Georgia Registry of Immunizations. And if someone comes from another state, like if they got all their shots in Georgia, then they would be in that registry. We could see all their immunizations. If they come from another state, they've got to bring proof of their immunizations, and we can input it into the Georgia system.
Do you have anything else you'd like to add about measles, what you've seen so far? You haven't really seen high risk, anything like that?
Well, we've been fortunate in this area that we really haven't had any confirmed cases in our area. And we have state laws in place that require children to get certain immunizations at certain ages. And so that is a protection as well.
Great. Perfect.